All right, thank you for staying with us. It is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Time check right now is 8:42 a.m. It's time for Mainland Focus. This is the part where we get to select one or two major stories off the papers, put some spotlight on it, and get your thoughts and your contribution as regards the focal points for the day. My name is Omobola Sandra, and I have Fuad Sahid here with me in the studio. Thank you for standing by, Fuad.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get into it. We have two focal points for the day. The first is as regards death sentence or not for kidnappers. Death sentence, life imprisonment, capital punishment basically for kidnappers. What are your thoughts? And also we're looking at FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and his response or reaction to the kidnapping epidemic that seems to be taking over, especially in Abuja. And before we go into the crux of this particular situation, from last year, I don't know if you remember, there was this issue of one chance problem in Abuja. It is not even kidnapping now. There was the problem of one chance where they just pick people up and then they take them away, or they pick people up, they rob them, and that's it. So there's a serious issue as regards security challenge in Abuja. But then let's look at the focal points for the day. I'll start off of the major headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper: kidnapping epidemic. Kano and 9 other states meal death sentence and life jail. That is the conversation that we are having now. So what we have from that report is that states including Kano, Benue, Bayelsa, Enugu, Anambra, and Nasarawa, and another northern state, in separate interviews, affirmed their commitment to applying the death sentence to anyone convicted of kidnapping in their jurisdictions. Officials of Kwara, Ondo, and Osun State vow to ensure the implementation of relevant anti-kidnapping laws, including life imprisonment. So with that particular statement, do you support death sentence or life jail for kidnappers? Do you think it will help with the situation of kidnapping? And what other punitive measures will you suggest as regards this kidnapping situation that we have found? Because in Nasarawa State, for example, the State Kidnapping Act Prohibition Law 2020 stipulates the death penalty on conviction and forfeiture of any property used by kidnappers, while the owner of such a property will be liable to 20 years in jail. Okay, so even complicit people, anyone who is found aiding and abetting or is complicit in this is also not left out. So would you also support the fact that landlords of such buildings also be liable to certain punitive measures? What are your thoughts as regards this serious epidemic that is taking over the country at this time? Kidnapping. Do you support death sentence or life imprisonment for kidnappers? Do you think it will help with the situation of kidnapping, and what other punitive measures will you suggest? Also looking at the fact that owners of properties, do you think they should also be liable as well as kidnappers themselves? That is the first focal point. Hold on. The second one. Sorry. The calls are coming in. You should calm down. That was reflex. I said, hold on. All right. The second focal point is taken off of the fact that Nigerians, lambast WIKE for downplaying abduction epidemic, and that particular story is on page 16 because what we have is that WIKE dismissed public outrage over kidnappings as unnecessary. He said, and I quote, "You cannot stop total crime. That let somebody tell me as a professional that there's anywhere in this world where there's no crime." So he went further to say that politicians are bent on making sure that the government does not survive, and he said that they are creating unnecessary tension, carrying out propaganda, that something just happened, just blowing things out of proportion basically. So he said that they are blackmailers, and as it is now, Nigerians have come for Nyesom Wike for that particular statement. You have the president of the Middle Belt Youth Forum, Bright Kane, describing Wike's statement as sad, saying that the minister was shifting blame to absolve himself. You also have the fact that we have here, they have described his utterance as insensitive and unfortunate. Fuad has described it as irresponsible. So, what do you make of Minister Wike's statements? Because there's some people... not playing the devil's advocate here, but then, there's some people that will say, yes, true, politicians take advantage of unfortunate situations in the country, and they try to sensationalize it and try to make it seem say what I have here now, admitting that yes, politicians often engage in propaganda for their selfish agenda, but Nigerians are insisting that the situation in Abuja was not solely a product of propaganda, and it's definitely something that needs to be looked into. It said, Suleiman is saying, and I quote, that's the spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum. He said, and I quote, "It is undeniable that politicians often engage in propaganda to further their own agenda. In a highly competitive political environment such as the one in Nigeria, politicians exploit security concerns to gain public support or discredit their opponents. By exaggerating or distorting the reality of the security situation, they can manipulate public opinion and create a sense of fear and insecurity." So, what do you make of Minister Wike's statement? And do you think it is just unnecessary tension and politically motivated? That is the second focal point for the day. So, of course, we know how we do it. Fuad Said will share his thoughts, and then we open the phone lines officially for you to share your thoughts and contribution as regards the focal points for the day. Over to you, Fuad.
All right, yes, Sandra, yes, I think I'm completely for capital punishment for kidnapping. I think we've gotten to that point where we can begin to look at capital punishment as a way of nipping this in the bud. It's become a big monster that requires a very big sacrifice, and if the sacrifice is to ensure the complete implementation of capital punishment in our laws for kidnappers, I think if that will stop the incidents of kidnapping, then so be it. I'm in support. And for people who are also culpable as landlords or what have you, yes, 20-year jail time or life sentence too. It's important that we stop this. You can't have people stay in their own.
People are now turning to business.
It has become, even people are even self-kidnapping themselves.
Self-kidnapping. Look at that.
That's to tell you.
Carry yourself.
How bad is it?
Friends and family.
So I'm in support of capital punishment. Anything at all that will stop these incidents of kidnapping across the country. I don't know, Mr. Wike. I think, Sandra, that look, the Federal Capital Territory needs a minister that is level-headed, a minister that will focus on the job, a minister that will understand that look, the FCT in itself is supposed to be a form of branding for Nigeria, and so it looks more at how to replan the city, look at how to ensure that the city becomes a brand for Nigeria, looks at the living conditions of the people of the FCT and concentrate on solving those problems. I see a WIKE minister FCT as too much involved with politics. I think maybe the president can create another ministry for political affairs. He can just put WIKE there, because I think he's more interested in the politics of
chieftaincy and what's that one in state level. There's one that
I will say, because
we can have it in the federal level.
You just have somebody who is in charge of politics, minister of political affairs and what have you, because his mind is not even in the FCT. To start with, his mind is in what is happening in Rivers State. And then look, I think I told you on Monday, Sandra, that look, even the senator representing the FCT, the only senator, the Senator 𝐼𝐾, said that look, this man has not even met with me for once. I've written to him, I've sent text messages to him, I've tried to meet with him, he has refused. And if you check the refusal of the minister to meet with the senator, it's not anything other than politics. And what we have been seeing, the reports and even the videos we've been seeing, is that Mr. Wike is even relating more with the former minister of the FCT, as if he's still the minister, Senator Aduda.
In what capacity is he relating with him?
And the senator-elect are not related. And the fact is that he has not even understood the fact that look, the FCT structure is different from the state structure in terms of how the FCT minister must function. Whether he likes it or not, he must work with the senator, because that is the structure of the FCT. So, I just think that look, whatever he has said, there's been so much talk about whether it's insensitive, it's unfortunate, I think it's irresponsible, but I also think he's not fit to be the minister of the FCT. He is not qualified, from his actions, recent actions, his statements, and what he has been doing. I really don't think he's qualified to hold that position. I think the president should look at replacing him. He can put him somewhere else where it's going to be more of politics than governance.
Wow. Well, there we have it. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. Let's have a conversation as regards these two focal points for the day. This is Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. When you call in, you have just 2 minutes. Please stick within the 2 minutes time frame that's allotted to every caller. Would really appreciate that. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. For text messages, WhatsApp messages, that is 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's for messages only, for text message or WhatsApp messages. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM, so please do well to drop your comments in the live chat section as well. We'll be taking messages of our streaming platforms on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So drop your comments. We would appreciate that. You can also, go further to like and share our post as well. Thank you very much for the support. Would appreciate that. Now let's get into it. You have just 2 minutes. Let's keep things clean, please and please. Right, especially as regards the WIKE situation. Let's not get too emotional about things. All right, let's just speak with what exactly is the situation. What are your thoughts? Okay, 2 minutes and keep things clean. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm well, thank you very much.
Honestly, your voice, I thought Fuad is bringing another lady to the station today. Because when I first heard your voice, it was not coming out and sounding well.
Oh.
Well, there's no problem. You get over it very quickly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, see, for me, I said that either on this platform or another platform that WIKE for me does not possess the qualification to be the minister of FCT. I'm telling you the truth. WIKE doesn't have that character. Look at what he's saying. I read something that WIKE was even referring to United Nations building that was bombed. There's also thing that was deep. So what was the promise of APC? Did they not tell us that they know that there is insecurity in the land? That they were going to resolve it within 6 months? As WIKE is just for money. I'm telling you, if you like, take it. If you don't like, give it. WIKE does not have the interest of this country at heart, the way I'm seeing that man. Now the family of those people that lost their children, WIKE has a wife, WIKE has children if I'm not mistaken, and if any of his children was killed that way, when WIKE say what he's saying today, that is politically motivated, if his wife was involved, when WIKE say what he's saying today, so why is he doing this to Nigeria? Why Tinubu should find something else to give him to do? If it's to compensate him for what he did for him in Port Harcourt, he should do that. And when we are talking about the kidnappers, okay, if we want to prescribe a capital punishment to kidnappers, who will convict them? What if the judge will refuse to convict him? Maybe at the end of the day, the call come from somewhere that, hey, leave that man, and the justice. There should be judicial reforms so that we get our judges working straight. Right. What if the policeman somewhere refused to arrest the kidnapper? We have been told that so many of them have been fingered in this kidnapping thing. There should be total reform. Let Nigerians sit down and discuss what do we want for this country. Because if there are fingers pointing at the military, pointing at the police, pointing at the judiciary, who will arrest the kidnapper and who will convict the kidnapper? So for me, the long and short of what I'm saying this morning is let Nigerians talk what they want for themselves. Because these people have failed us. What of the man that carried the list of those who sponsor kidnappers and refuse to release the list? What should be done to him? Did he also face capital punishment?
Thank
Sandra,
you.
let me listen to another person this morning. Well done.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Peter. Appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, no.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Pangolina.
Oh, it's been a while.
Sandra.
I'm with you.
Sorry about your voice. Just take ginger and mix it with kai. It's okay.
Kai. All right.
Mr. Fuad, we were talking about WIKE not being qualified. I don't know which of the ministers there that is actually qualified for what they are doing. So I just see that sharing positions of people who help me to get there. Either by hook or crook. Just share people there. That's all. You see how WIKE is going about it. Just by now you should be feeling sober. You should be feeling sober that look, these things are happening, and then but this is the time we will be granting, we will be calling for press interview and be bragging about everything and the passing attention on the senator and all that. So it shows you that the demand is not really, he doesn't even care. And he feels that they can't remove him from there. He feels he's so powerful. So whatever thing he's doing, I don't blame him. I blame people who put him there. And by the way, Mr. Fuad, why is it that this Abuja continues to remain like this? We just believe why can't they compare election and run the place like a state government?
Well, that's what the law says for now.
The Supreme Court, which court said the status of Abuja is like a state. So why can't you conduct election? Let people vote for their own, so they can take out their own security. Not to bring someone from the other state who doesn't even know what to do, and you come down and be taking nonsense there.
It's okay, Mr. Kangbelina. It's okay. I said it before.
You said, the court said it's like a state. Yes, on election matters, it is like a state. But when it comes to running the city, operations is not a state.
And that's why it has just one senator.
One senator too. So, but when it comes to election matters, it's seen as a state.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kangbelina. I appreciate 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Peters, huh?
Peters.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Do you know that I have to leave what I'm doing to make sure that I call, because this matter you are discussing right now is very important?
Which of them?
The two of them.
Okay.
The two of them.
Okay.
Now, kidnapping and what is the other one?
WIKE statement.
Yes, I'm coming. Kidnapping, death sentence, or life imprisonment.
Yes.
Yes. I think that life imprisonment is a good one. It's spot on. But they should widen it to corruption also. Yes. Corrupt officials should also face life sentence or death or life imprisonment or whatever. Just Chinese way on both of them, both kidnapping and corruption. Because what is giving birth to kidnapping is corruption in the land. People are scouting for something to eat. If the people in government give Nigeria good governance, all those things will not be there. So they should also widen it also if there is sincerity of purpose. On WIKE, do you know that WIKE have just insulted Nigerians? That you beat somebody and he's crying and you say nobody beat you, just propaganda, and you should just go home. WIKE have just insulted the whole of Nigerians. That we are crying and we are, leading on what they are doing to us, which is the politicians. They fail to secure us, and the next thing WIKE turn around is to insult Nigerians that nobody has beat us, nothing is happening, everything is okay. You have shown that man do not have a human being. Men and women and children are kidnapping them, and the WIKE turn around and say it's just a political propaganda. WIKE have just insulted us. That's just the truth. Anybody who put WIKE there should try as much as they can to remove him as soon as possible, because let him just got us more angry. We know what we are going through in this country, and somebody, a top government official, is just insulting Nigerians. That's nothing is happening. Life is dangerous. Everything is going down, and it's insulting us. Imagine that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's an insult. I don't think Nigeria.
No, what triggered my laughter was the fact that I said anybody that puts WIKE there, who puts WIKE there? If you want to talk to someone, talk to them straight.
You tell me the president. I think they should just remove WIKE. I don't know what position really.
Chieftaincy affairs or rivers affairs.
You can't be rivers affairs. If you say chieftaincy, the way we insult
the chiefs,
and that really requires a lot of emotional intelligence, really.
Well, 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, Madam Sandra.
Oh, yes. Good morning, sir.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
My name is
Salau.
Salau.
Madam Salau.
Okay, Madam Salau, yes. How are you doing?
Okay.
What else, sir?
Yes, fine.
That's all right. Can you hear me?
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you loud and clear. Just carry on.
Well, I pity this person very well. I pity him. You know, the political damage he's causing to himself because of WIKE. WIKE could have not been, will not remain as a minister of the city before tomorrow. And therefore, I'm telling you as a northerner, 90% of the past and present governors are not happy as WIKE as the president, as the minister of the city. 90% of traditional rulers in northern parts of Nigeria are not happy with WIKE as the minister of the city. I'm telling you free of charge, present and past ministers are not happy. You see, I don't know what is special in WIKE. When he came, first of all, he started with demolition of
demolition threat.
On China. We in the northern part of Nigeria, you can do any nonsense, but once you touch religion, you cross the red line. Before that, reconcile will take time, and we are piling up for this president. You understand? But he will not know when the time comes. He will know. Number two, about the
capital punishment. Yeah.
You see, forward, all these, whenever there is a national issue, they just tell us what we want to hear. Why is Tukurumabo? You need to remember Tukurumabo. The negotiator between...
Yes, even that man. Yes, the man they said they brought back from Egypt in Cairo.
You see, from Egypt. You see, there are not evidence that guy is part of those kidnappers. You see, you get me, when these residents his office, they got some military cover flights, foreign currencies, etc.
So where is even that guy? Where is the guy?
The guy. Before he was arrested, the bandits said that they don't accept Naira again. The only dollar. You understand?
How with you?
And it was amounted over 2 billion Naira. And this is the ransom that so far received by that guy.
Alright.
But do you know what? When this guy was kept in DSS custody, after some time, they said they were taken to court. Do you know what happened? At the end of the day, we are told that he needs a secret trial. You understand?
I'm with you, sir. Madam Salau.
After today, we don't know why the case. If someone come and tell me that
thank you,
capital punishment, blah, 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 blah. For me, I just take it as a game.
Okay.
It's only legal steps that can do that. Yes. I can agree.
Thank you.
I think Madam Salau has raised a very, very important. I talked about this motion without movement thing. There's a problem. The government comes out, they begin to tell us different things. This Tuko Mama is talking about, if you remember, Sandra, is I think he's the PO associate to this man from the north, this Sheikh Gumi. I think somehow he works with Sheikh Gumi, and he was the negotiator with the bandits at that time and all. And he was arrested. He was brought out from Cairo. He was in DSS custody. There was supposed to be a court process.
Yes.
But since then, Sandra, what have we
heard much about?
So what he's saying is that we should check ourselves if we are really serious about solving this problem.
Whether he's languishing in DSS
or whether he's back in his house, we don't know. Everything has just gone like that.
All right. 0913-6000-410. We're still live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments in the live chat section. Would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
For the kidnapper, for me, that is because we said that we get the license, know what we write. That is let them go for license. But I don't want them to spend 3 years, 4 years, and pardon them. Look at what happened. You are doing a party corruption. And the They were sentenced to 10, 12 years to prison. Some of them have to reduce them. For what? So that's what I say, that the first stay here, let them remain here to suffer the eternity before. That's for that.
Okay.
And for the weekend, for me, I must do separate way. Number one, weekend is starting to front. This is the first time you see South be the minister of Abuja. So you don't want it to happen. Secondly, this one is a popular man. He has spoken. He talked too much, we know, but he will perform. And the one with affect to repay him. Because when this thing happened in Abuja, not only talking, he was talking to all those security men. He had a meeting with them. What did they expect him to do? So we know he talk too much. So when you say politics, we are error of politics. Everything is being politicize in the country.
So Prince Wise, I want to ask you a question. Do you believe what Minister Wike has said? That we are just it's unnecessary tension, this kidnapping, and it's politically motivated. Do you believe it?
Why does it happen? A government to speak with the actor of the military. Not to go and speak on newspaper, television, talking. He must take down for us to put down. If his man shout, hey, this is down, it's very issue, let them speak with action by the police, by the military, let them take action. That's what we need.
All right.
Because the talkative we know, but when he was a governor of Rivers State, he performed brilliantly, and as a minister is present here to manage that place. Now this first time, when it happened in Abuja, they don't go to the letter of Mr. President, they go to minister. The piano minister before, when United Nations was from, we don't hear anybody call the minister. Now they are not calling Wike because we have a lot of enemies. Let us go to just step for Mr. President, not to me, you are the landlord of Abuja, our IGP is residing in Abuja, our army chief is in Abuja.
Thank you, Prince.
Why Wike all the time? For me, I want Wike to remain.
Thank you very much, Prince Wise. Appreciate 0913 6000 410. Let's try to stick within the 2 minutes time frame. That's allotted to callers. That would really appreciate that. But I mean, to everyone to their
own opinion. That's the beauty of the show. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Fuad. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Mr. Fuad. You can see the way we are in this country. My name is Samuel, calling you from Ikeja.
All right,
please go on.
You know, the supporter of this government, you understand, we keep on telling you that Wike is working. And I'm asking a question. It's over close to a year now that Wike has been a minister of FCT. Tell me one thing that he has done in Abuja. That somebody is telling us that he is doing a good job. You know, I don't blame Wike. I blame the person that appointed him, because I didn't think Wike was not giving that ministerial appointment. You understand? Nobody will even hear about Wike today. You understand? It is president that I'm blaming that make him to be relevant today in Nigerian politics. You understand? This is how the former governor of you understand? He was always in the news. Yes. See, he left government. Are you hearing Fayose today? Because most of these people, they use the state resources to be in the pages of newspaper. You understand? And people are now saying that how can a minister come out and be making that kind of statement? So are you telling us that what do you want the family of those people that the kidnapper killed their children? What do you want them to? How do you want them to feel? And somebody is coming out to tell us that the president should return him.
It's his own opinion somewhere. You
understand? If the president let it keep him for the next 20 years. But what we are saying is that if you are there, what are you doing to make sure that things work very well? Not by coming in, you can't just come and start talking to people as if you are talking to your children. What kind of insult is that?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Samuel. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Pastor Peter.
Madam Sandra, how are you today? I'm my friend of God.
Thank you.
Yeah, God bless all of you. Madam Sandra, this issue that we are discussing,
yes,
issue of security, my sincere belief is that we have not given this issue of security the desired attention. And because of that, that we are not getting the desired result. Because if you have a problem or a malignant cancer, and you keep applying the same medication that has not worked, then all you are saying is that you are handicapped and that people can start dying. And that is not acceptable to Nigerians. You cannot be singing with security every day and we have government. What is the purpose of government? The major objective of responsibility is to provide security for the lives and property of the people. And it is very surprising and disappointing that every government that comes from since the last two governments is security. What are they there for? And these people are being paid salary. Look at the former head of state. They didn't do anything. And Nigerians have been dying in droves. We are not going to accept it anymore at all. Let them appoint me a police chief of police. I will change it. Because the people who are there now, who have been there, they are not committed at all. Look at 𝐿𝐻𝐿 that just the Federal Capital Territory Minister. Sorry. He just came in, and instead of studying the environment and meeting with the police commissioner and other officials to map out the strategy to tackle the security problem, he started playing politicians. And he himself is a politician. What makes him different from those who blame him? And if I were Asiwaju, the first thing is to fire the man because he's not ready to do for the job.
Thank you.
So I think
it's all right. Thank you very much. Excuse me. We appreciate your contribution. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus. Yes. We're having a conversation as regards the kidnapping epidemic and the statements of the FCT minister as regards that particular situation. 0913-6000-410. That is the number to call. We are still live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. So you can drop your comments in the live chat section on both platforms. Let's take some WhatsApp messages. We'll be back to the phone line in a bit. All right, I have here, good morning, Mainland Radio. This is Steve Ikelu from Maryland. Nigerians should know that 𝐻𝐿 and co were picked. Okay, well, 0913-6000-430. That's the number to send your text messages and your WhatsApp messages to. That's what we are taking, and we're currently taking WhatsApp messages. We also have here, WIKE is simply a true reflection of most Nigerian politicians. They are greedy, selfish, plenty things. These rulers don't care about Nigerians but themselves and their families. AKP. I don't know what that is, but then thank you very much. Good morning, Sandra. The unfortunate menace of kidnappings and banditry, especially in the FCT, is very worrisome, sad, and shouldn't be taken with levity. Mr. Wike is professionally incapable of handling such sensitive ministry. He is highly distracted because of his home state politics. FCT at the moment cannot enjoy comfortable environment because the gatekeeper, who is Mr. Wike, doesn't give priority attention to its residents. Mr. President should either redeploy or remove him without further delay. Noah from Igondo.
I was actually thinking he was going to be minister of the Niger Delta.
I was going to.
But there will be too much disruptions if he's made that kind of minister. There will be too much of fighting and politics in the Niger Delta with him, But I think works really. He should be fighting with the contractors.
Fighting with contractors.
Yes, now. Somehow.
That's what they do in works.
Have you heard of from 𝐷𝐴 in recent times?
In recent times, yeah.
When the government started out, he was one of the most vocal. 𝐷𝐴, Minister of Works. He's gone silent.
So are we still using concrete or are we using...
we start with concrete or bitumen, blah, blah, blah. And then...
everybody's silent.
Is it the civil servant that, threatened him? Is that what has happened? You remember now? When he locked the gates against the workers and he said no, you shouldn't do that. Since that time, he has been a bit quiet.
Fuad, the Ogun State speaker is currently impeached because he did not.
He didn't carry people along.
Well, maybe the minister of works not.
I'm thinking we'll speak with Akim. I didn't know from.
Maybe the minister of works not carry people along.
He's still the minister, but he's not really been vocal as he used to be.
Good morning, Mainland FM. Death sentence on kidnappers is good, but will the people responsible for the signing of the death sentence before execution sign?
That's another problem.
Today we have many prisoners on death row but refuse to be killed because the people supposed to sign the death warrant are refusing to sign.
Yeah.
One should tell FCT minister that FCT is not Rivers State, where he does whatever he likes and says whatever he likes. Benjamin from Shugule. Thank you. All right, we also have here good day to you. In as much as I am not against capital punishment, it will be fair enough to also make the same law for those who have looted the treasury, because corruption and bad governance are the root cause of all the crimes we're experiencing today.
I agree.
Rashid from Ajigule. Thank you. That's a very interesting perspective. Good morning. One thing is to make the law. Another thing is to obey or implement the law. We have enough laws to take care of our problems, but rulers choose to look other ways. Even our lawmakers and our rulers don't even obey the law of the land. Are we a lawless country? Mayor from 𝐴𝐾𝐈. No, we are not. Not to worry. We'll be back in a bit. 20 minutes come past 9, and you are listening to Mainland Focus on Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. John.
Good morning, Mr. John.
Yes, the other time I told you that our politicians, they are not in our own reality. As I said there. So our reality is not their reality. They are not involved with what is affecting us. The disparity is too clear. Too huge. So it's left for us, and because it is so, because we say not to be taken, we are not taking the right action. Like I've been telling you, if democracy is not working, let this side referendum. Unfortunately, they cannot cut their own head. So the ball is in the court of the people. We tell them no, this is the way to go. And I will continue immediately to talk about this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay, well, I think we lost that one. 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. All right, let's take some WhatsApp messages here. We have someone should remind WIKE that it's the same security situation that he used in describing the APC as a party with cancer.
Bashing them. I remember he was bashing the Buhari government about insecurity in the land.
That people are still talking about today. Power mongering is such a terrible thing. If the APC and the president still want WIKE to remain relevant, they should create a ministry of talk and gambling for him to handle.
Gambling.
We are dealing with a dangerous gambler.
Political gambler.
Steve from Ijaniki. It's okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Alakunle.
Good morning, Mr. Alakunle.
As regards to Abuja, saying WIKE should be relieved of his duties. I don't know where we're getting that from. And I think at times we get too emotional, which is also understandable because of what we have faced in the past few days as regards kidnapping and all of that. But if we say somebody that has been a two-time governor, chief of staff, minister, and also a local government chairman, is not experienced enough to handle that, then who is better placed and better experienced for that? I think people have their notions against WIKE because of what he stood for in the last Rivers election and all of that. That is why there's so much attacks on him. But for me, I feel it's within the context of what he has said and complaining that people take surgery with insecurity. Thank God is at least making gains to be able to save lives and properties. And as time goes by, we'll get better in that. And I want people to understand that kidnapping is a state crime, it's not a federal crime. And those kind of things weighs on how these things are done. Unfortunately, probably we need to tweak that part to make kidnapping a federal crime. Because if you look at it totally, find out that most of the dispossessed Boko Haram and all those terrorists are probably the ones in this. So I think that would help us a lot. And state governments also need to wake up because it's still within their purview, and they need to do better than they are doing presently. So we need so much in that way. Then for Wike as a person, he probably might not be the best orator at answering questions directly and all of that. But sure, you have a man who is always ready to work, to roll up his sleeves and get into the ring to make things happen. So he needs to have 4 years to live there, and he use additional 4 years. So I can't help anybody who does not see it that way. All I wish them is perfect to you. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Alakule. You want to respond to that?
He gave a very good CV of Nyesom Wike, former governor, former chief of staff, former minister, and all of that. But this is the reality. We judge you by what you are doing now. You might have a very good CV from what you've done in the past, but you get a job and you mess it up. Shows that you are not even fit to do the job. We are saying so far, his actions and inactions as minister of the FCT has not shown he's ready for the job. He may even have all of the knowledge of how to do the job, but the reality is that, is he concentrating on the job? Is his mind on the job? Is 6 months fixated on Rivers politics? And on what we are discussing today, I still insist that apart from the fact that the statement he made as regards kidnapping in Abuja has been insensitive, it's unfortunate and also irresponsible, because just imagine that this is happening to him. So that's what we're saying. You might have all of the series, but on the job as FCC minister, there are still questions about his capacity to deliver on the job.
0913 6000 410 rather. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Ajibola calling from
Kola.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Mr. Paul, good morning.
All right.
Mr. I want to thank the management of this station for including the minutes. Mr. I've been always trying to commend that. It's really highly commendable. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For doing a great work, Mr. Paul. I really appreciate you, sir. For the capital punishment, even if they can make it more capital, it will be better. But the thing is, are you ready to uphold the law? That's the thing. Are you ready to really uphold this capital or even not capital punishment? We are not ready to punish them. That's the main problem. If they are ready to punish them, then fine. Let them have more capital punishment. And even though they should extend it to our politicians. People will embrace you and they will just look at it to lay it down. That is why corruption is also going fast. That is why corruption is also going fast. Somebody will say this kind of statement should be hanged the next moment. Talking about what Wike said. It should be hanged the next moment. Because that statement is very, very ridiculous and very, very belittling the whole country. Saying that such kind of is insensitive, very, very sensitive. And if you can't try that kind of thing in a country like China and all these things, people will overreact to such kind of statement. People are in pain. Somebody has just lost like 100 million to go and bait somebody, and you are telling him that it's political propaganda. Let make himself release something like 50 million and let everybody call it political propaganda and let us see his reaction. Talk less of emotional trauma, talk less of all those things that people will go through. See, I think that's the reality of almost an average Nigerian politician. That's the way they think. They project everything. They project everything. That's why we are where we are today. God bless this nation.
Thank you very much, Ajibola. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. We'll take a break from the phone line and see our messages on our Facebook platform. Thank you to everyone who has sent in their messages. I have here Issa Benjamin. Good morning, Mainland FM. Death sentence on kidnapper is good. Oh, okay. We're taking this on WhatsApp already. Benjamin from Shogule, thank you very much. I also have here, good morning. I would have suggested that Wike should have been put in Ministry of Works and Housing. Okay, I think we've taken this as well. Mr. Denuga from Bariga. We also have here, in Japan, a corrupt person kills himself. Honor killing. In China, they will kill him. In Europe, they will jail him. In Nigeria, he will present himself for election.
And he will win.
Any country whose past seems to be better than the present is neither developing nor progressing. but retrogressing. And that is Nigeria today. Good morning. And that's Patrick Obiazo sharing his own thoughts on Facebook. Thank you. All right. We also have here Olumuyiwa from Abuja. Muyiwa. Good morning, Milan FM. On Focus today, I consider the comment of Mr. Wike as voice of many Nigeria political office holders towards the hardship and challenges Nigerians are facing today. They don't just care if masses leave or not, but concerns only of money they will steal in power. It's a shame we have these guys in the corridors of power, and in addition to kidnapping, I would like them to propose capital punishment for those guilty of corruption too. All right, we also have Wale Williams saying, this Prince Wise there, I wish I could confront him for once.
I don't confront him, just say your own.
It's abuse. All right, so we also have here Sandra and Distinguished Fuad. I greet you lovingly. Mr. Fuad, let me say that I don't think capital punishment, whether death sentence or life imprisonment for kidnappers, would change anything. First of all, how many governors or past presidents have ever signed their signature on any death sentence? Secondly, how many death sentence has been carried out? Even life imprisonment won't change anything. How about Bro Evans? How about Bro Wadume?
They're all still in jail. Wadume, yeah, they're still in jail.
Excuse me. The bill, if passed, will suffer setback from the beginning. From the security operatives who are accomplice to the lawyers who will defend them, to the banks facilitating smooth ransom payment, to the long trial and everything swept under the carpet, including the Zogbona Prince Akpore Cassidy. Kudos, guys. I think giving capital punishment to kidnappers is fine, because that will leave with the sword. Because he that live by the sword should die by the sword, and there is no job without risk. So they can take it as the risk involved in the job. As for Wike, I think whenever the media doesn't talk about him in a week, he doesn't feel comfortable, so he just says things without thinking. Everything is politics to him. Even if you greet him good morning, he'll read the politics inside that greet. They simply don't care.
As I say, maybe we should create a Ministry of Political Affairs and just put him there.
Okay. Well, I also have here Kunle Kayode. Wike has just spent 7 months and 2 weeks in journey of 4 years. Give him a break. Insecurity is being tackled, and the fruits can be seen as improvement has been noticed in the FCT. He hasn't answered the questions well, but he is a man that will deliver on the FCT master plan. Death penalty is a welcomed idea. The question is, will the governors sign the execution order? They are too religious to be seen ordering death on a convict. Kuleka de Keke. Thank you. And also we have Temitakwe Onotoye saying, the earlier we the citizens stop deceiving ourselves, the better for the development of the country. Not until we admit that corruption is the inventor of kidnapping, banditry and every other crimes, the insecurity in the country will continue to increase. As good as capital punishment of life imprisonment would have been, the question is, do we have sincere security operatives and justice system that will deliver? How can you convict and prosecute people that top and mighty politicians have used during elections? If there is no compromise, do you think it will be possible for these kidnappers and bandits to continue to operate even in daylight? Kill corruption by giving capital punishment or life imprisonment after all looted funds and assets would have been confiscated. Believe me, problem of insecurity would have been 75% solved. On the statement made by the FCT minister, it's just too insensitive, and it simply shows that the president prefers to play politics with the lives of the citizens. Even the president knows that Wike is not fit for that position. God bless Nigeria. Temitakwe, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Well, those are the messages we have on Facebook. You can still drop your messages on Facebook. Would take them. This is to Mainland 98.3 FM. Time check is 9:33 a.m. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Madam Ifi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Madam Ifi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
You see, I don't know the reason. I want to ask you a question, Fuad.
Yes.
How many votes did Wike deliver to APC? Was it up to 1 million votes or 2 million?
Oh, at least they won the state.
They won the state for the APC.
For the presidential election, at least.
For 200 and something thousand.
But at least they won.
Is that why you should now go and carry that kind of person, give them that kind of sensitivity? Yes, we want a Southern as a minister in
FCT, yeah.
But we should look well. If they will not last there, you will not take Babakuba. They will not last there. Tinubu will not take it. Because by the time they start calling him here and there, that's for my job. Wike does not live in Abuja. 8 years he didn't go to Abuja when he became governor. He was always sending message, appeals to the president and his party. Go to Abuja. I don't go to Abuja. I know people who go to Abuja in the night. We had all those things. All the things he said contrary in our you start doing the same. And the only senator that is there, a woman, he refuses to work with a woman. Anywhere he goes, he goes, quarrel. Everywhere, quarrel. What kind of human being is that? Is that the type of person that who has such temperament, then you give a sensitive position like that? Like what Aleduma said on television today. Is it Lagos vote that brought you to become president or Northern vote? It's a big question. It's a question the president has to answer. You will let one person to destroy your government for you. You are the president. The person is not going to call it Tinubu. It seems as if Wike is the president of Nigeria. He has overshadowed the president's image in his everything. And we are here. What are we doing? Yes, King Gibe is not sat down like this. King Gibe is not sat down like this. Who has been thrown out. Which party is there? Is it PDP or the APC?
PDAPC.
It's alright. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra and Fuad.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for your in-depth and unbiased analysis. I so much enjoy every bit of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, regarding the issue of focus.
Your name and location.
Okay, my name is Mr. James from Agbado Junction.
Okay. All right.
So, I even from the message I sent, I say if anybody have listened to Wike's past comment and still take him serious, that person is on his or her own. Because this is the man that you cannot rely on what he tells you. Because he said something in this morning, and before you know it in the evening, he'll be saying something else from the same, speaking from the both sides of his mouth. And based on how he has not shown concern about the death of and kidnap of people by sounding the way he did in the interview, believe me, it's not a new thing, but it's something that beat my imagination that some people will still call and say because of what happened after the election that some people are against Wike, with what we are visibly seeing, and people will still sound this way. I don't know how in Nigeria we, start, thinking, we need sentiment aside and thinking of how to work on Nigeria, for Nigeria to work, and be concerned that Nigeria should work, and put aside whether this man is our man and this one is not our man, but think about how Nigeria will work. And for the issue of insecurity, ever since they sent that list for UAE, for Buhari to handle the sponsor of kidnappers and the insecurity, and Buhari, the matter up to this moment has not been attended to. Do you remember how the former army general was killed on a helicopter? Before the helicopter landed, he has exploded. Do you remember about so many things? How they killed that young woman that is a good fighter? Do you know how? So this issue of insecurity is inside that. The sponsor, they are still very much in government. So that's why when you talk about even capital punishment, I say this is not time wasting because they know how to handle it in their own way. So this issue of insecurity is something that is deep. They know the government of the day. Many of them in the government know about it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Again, when people begin to speculate, there's a Premium Times report on Atahiru's death. I think Premium Times, yes. And there are different speculations as to what could have happened. And even the issue of this UAE list. Nigerians are demanding, what do we do with that list? Why have we kept it?
Yes, please turn down the volume of your radio set. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hey, my name is Wale. I'm calling from Ikeja. Mr. Fuad, I get you.
Good morning, Mr. Wale.
Hello?
Good morning, we can hear you.
Good morning, Mr. Wale, we can hear you.
Okay, this this capital punishment. When I had they change this man, I was very happy. That is what when I called the last time, I said this is the harsh punishment they're supposed to be giving anybody they caught and they confirm that this is a kidnapper or is a murderer. You just take him and take him to firing squad, or they should hang him to death. Because that is what Nigeria needs. Because this is make us to vote for Buhari. This is what he did in 1981-82. That those who carry drugs in them, they were sentenced to death. That's what will make us to vote for him again, so that he can do Nigeria another one. Nigeria will claim. But when we get there, he fuck up. Now, kidnapper, terrorist everywhere. I mean, what sir?
Sorry.
That's what I was saying now. So I'm sorry if I use the wrong language. Okay. So that capital punishment, it was supported by me. Okay. About me, I don't have anything. I don't want to talk about politics anymore. Because I don't know why you people always emphasize on politics every day. Let's talk what is reasonable. How do we increase labor salary? How Nigeria the rights will come down? How dollars will come down? Let us discuss about that. We should leave all this politics alone.
It's the politics that bring the policy that will attend to.
I know the politics that will bring the money, but this one is too much now. Every day.
He doesn't like politics.
It's all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Wale. I appreciate. Thank you. Let's take our last call for the morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Sandra.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I just want to talk about the capital punishment.
Your name, sir?
I want to believe that.
What is it?
My name is Thompson. I'm calling from Oshie.
Okay.
In Akwa Ibom, the second term of _Ghᴇ Aᴊɪ๏ᴏ, in Akwa Ibom, the kidnappers were so much to the extent that people began to attack the state governor. It was until when Aᴊɪභᴏ introduced that capital punishment in the second term, and there was no kidnapper in Akwa Ibom throughout the process of Aᴊɪභᴏ in the second term. So what do you call Abuja? Are you hearing me, sir?
I'm with you, sir.
Abuja. I want to believe that WIKE 70% of his mind is in Rivers State, 30% is in Abuja. There is no way that bank can work. We can never succeed because we want to control everything in Rivers State, then Abuja. So how can it work? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, that will be the last call we can take. We have just a few minutes left on the show. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and we have been discussing for the past 45 minutes a conversation around capital punishment, death sentence, or life imprisonment for kidnappers. What are your thoughts? And also, we're looking at the statement from the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. Some have called his statements as insensitive and unreasonable, and it's very unfortunate. Well, he has attributed the situation in Abuja as political propaganda, saying that some politicians are taking advantage of certain things and that there's no insecurity in Abuja. There's just a lot that he said, from that one. But let's just finalize things with some messages that we have. We have some messages on our YouTube. Uche Hope says, Omobola, has WIKE forgotten so soon that America sent their security to pick up just one of their nationals who was held by terrorists in Nigeria? WIKE's position is very unfortunate. His case is like promoting someone to a position of incompetence. FCT is not Rivers State. His utterances were irresponsible. Thank you very much. Well, we have some messages on WhatsApp as well. I have here, good morning, Mainland FM. I never knew Sandra is the one in the studio.
But she's calling herself Sandra.
I don't know. Well, I have said it a couple of times that Nigeria politicians are ahead of the devil themselves. The devil might lose his throne to Nigeria politicians because they have ideas of even more that it's okay. For WIKE, if you listen to WIKE's past comments and still take him serious, then you're on your own. The agreement WIKE had with Mr. President on the eve of the presidential election was what gave WIKE all the moral boost that makes him do all these things and get away with it. I pray God Almighty and merciful grant us the new Nigeria we so desired. Amen. James from Agbado Junction, were you there? I'm just asking. All right. Good morning, mainland. Sorry about that. Okay. Straight to the point. The position given to WIKE in Abuja is nothing but a personal payback reward by Tinubu for working for him during the election. But we are pleading with Mr. President that brought him there to kindly remove him before it gets out of hand. Hence, WIKE doesn't have Nigerians at heart. Note, by what is said regarding kidnapping, I don't think I'll be wrong if I say kidnapping is a political business. But whatsoever that has a beginning definitely has an end. Hence, one thing is certain in this life. It's either you leave the world someday or the world leaves you. No one remains in any position forever. God bless Nigeria. And that is Prince from Iyanokwaja. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, that's all we can take. Apologies if you sent in messages or your calls were not able to pull through. We sincerely apologize. But then, as we always say, the conversation continues with me at Mainland FM. Sorry about that. By 1 p.m., we have Midweek Politics with Said Fuad and 𴏑𴏑 And of course, the Situation Room continues by 4 p.m. with Sage Papalola. We also have the Big Talk by 10 a.m. So stay with us. As you always say, the conversation continues. My name is Omobola Sandra. And of course,
for those who don't know.
Thank you very much, Said Fuad.
Thank you for having me.
Standing by. Appreciate that. All right, stay tuned for so many other programs all lined up for your listening pleasure. We'll take a break. I'll be right back by 10 for the Big Talk.
Clap the time. Rock the groove. It's music extravaganza, where the beat gets hotter. Mainland 98.3.
Baby, let's go!
The sound of Lagos.
If you buy market from your customer and you put small something on top for you, shebi Najara be that.
Yes, now Najara.
So, come imagine say you buy one thing, then carry 8, give you. Wetin be that one?
That one now Najara now.
Bam! Hey, now Najara be that oh. Oya run go buy your new Airtel SIM. Come recharge, make you begin enjoy 8 times value plus 1,000 naira welcome bonus.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of non-seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of no cubes. Today, eat for good.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability